We actually do have a warrant for your arrest for first-degree murder. And just
For what? First-degree murder and kidnapping. That's what we got the wrong guy.
This man had no idea that police had been watching him for hours. The moment he stepped outside the Florida bar, the officers who had been working with the bartender grabbed his beer mug for testing, and the results tied him to a murder that no one had solved for almost 40 years. But this story doesn't start in Florida. It starts in Colorado, when 21-year-old Helene Pruszynski moved from Massachusetts to Colorado in January 1980 for a radio internship in Denver. She was living with her aunt while chasing her dream. On the evening of January 16, she got off her bus after work in Englewood, heading to her aunt's and uncle's home, but she never arrived. The next morning, her body was found by a local farmer in a field near Daniels Park Road in what is now Highlands Ranch. She was undressed from the waist down, and investigators later determined she had been attacked. They found male DNA at the scene, semen on her body and coat. But in 1980, DNA technology was crude, and no suspect was identified. With no leads, the case went cold for almost 40 years. Then in 2019, investigators decided to try again, this time with genetic genealogy, comparing the old crime scene DNA to public genealogy databases, the same sites everyday people use to find cousins. Luckily, investigators found a distant relative in Georgia, and that lead eventually pointed to a 69-year-old Florida truck driver, James Clanton. But that wasn't his birth name. He used to be Curtis Allen White, a man who reinvented himself after leaving Colorado. He changed his identity shortly after the murder, built a new life, stayed out of trouble, and avoided detection by keeping quiet and working odd jobs. Detectives flew to Florida, and they confronted him with the DNA. His face reportedly collapsed. He knew it was time to pay the price. That beer mug confirmed it. The DNA from 1980 was his. During questioning, he confessed to killing Helene. No motive, no remorse, just a cold attack on an innocent young woman walking home from work. In 2020, he pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and was sentenced to life in prison.